Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing. Welcome. Glad to have everyone here, all the newbies. If you're new here, glad to have you. And all the loyal, amazing subscribers. So, you are all going to have the same intro. If you are a cross watcher and you don't want to listen to this intro again, just go on ahead and skip until you see where I'm putting out the cards. And I will timestamp in the information box below. So if you're looking for a particular sign, you can go right to that. Now, right as I was getting ready to hit record, I had to take this deep breath. So a number of you are just really tired. You've really been through the gamut, which is not surprising. We have been undergoing a lot of these intense energies, and they are not going to be letting up. So, and that's why I don't even talk about the energy waves rolling in anymore, because it's literally one after another, after another, after another. And it's just not going to stop. Now, if you are a left brain, very logical thinking person, and you're like, oh my gosh, Nicole, there she goes with all that woo-woo out there, energy wave stuff. It is actually scientifically backed. So when you are feeling these things in your body, if you go online, you can look at the Schumann resonance, which is the frequency of the earth. And you'll see that, oh man, I'm feeling like dirt today. Oh, the Schumann resonance is spiking. Well, no wonder. Or go check the space weather. Oh, there's a solar flare coming in, or a CME, or whatever it is that's happening. There is, scientific proof, information on those things out there. Now, as these waves are hitting us, it's forcing us to heal, release things, because it's preparing us for the next chapters in our lives. So it's preparing us moving forward, our ascension, all different types of lovely things. Now, we did just have this intense wave that was hitting us at the end of this month. A lot of you are finally starting to feel better from that, just in time for this other big wave that's going to hit us around July 2nd. A number of you will begin to feel it as early as this weekend. So, because I am recording it on a Friday, you might get to see my red shirt. I wear red shirts on Fridays. So, do know it's going to continue. Now, things that you can do to help yourself. Because, a lot of times you'll have headaches, you'll have flu-like symptoms, nausea, you'll have just emotions that come up out of nowhere, like, why am I suddenly mad? Why am I suddenly irritated? Why is, my dog driving me crazy, or the kids? Where's this coming from? Well, it's these things that are just coming up the surface and they're being healed. We don't always need to know the details. It's divinely on autopilot being healed, but it will make us uncomfortable. So what you can do to get through that discomfort quicker, take an Epsom salt bath. Go outside and put your feet on the ground, like on grass, on dirt, not concrete. Take a walk outside. Do something to raise your vibration. Laugh. They're saying laugh. Pray. So for some of you, when you're having these heart palpitations. Now, I'm not a doctor. If you've got something going on, by all means, go see your doctor. But a lot of times, the healing comes in through the heart chakra. So you're getting this healing that's coming in, and it'll cause heart palpitations. So what I do when those things happen, and it's uncomfortable, is I just pray right away. God, Jesus, Archangel Raphael, if this is because you're healing me, if my physical heart is okay, I'm not having a heart attack, my physical heart is okay, if this is truly just because you are doing healing on me, then please get the heart palpitations to stop, or get the pressure in my chest to stop. Please continue to work on me, continue to heal me and work on me. Just get the physical sensations to stop now. And within seconds, it's gone. Which then is reassuring for me that, okay, great, I don't have to go to the hospital. Whew, I'm gonna make it. So those are things that you can do to help. Now, it is very important at this time to keep our vibrations as high as possible, because we are in the midst of a portal way, a gateway. This portal way gateway is going to be open, they're saying, through Wednesday, July 10th. It will be closing on the 11th. Now, it did kick off around the solstice, and there was a brief portal way for twin flames at that time. Now that one's closed, but this other one is for everyone, and it does, like I said, continue through the 10th of July, they're saying. So what's going to happen is, wherever you are, and to not freak you out, but if you're in a place where you're thinking magic's not going to happen and life is horrible, this is a time where you are setting the foundation for the things that you're going to manifest. So if you are, it's a very powerful manifestation time. And a lot of us are having our faith tested. So if we allow ourselves, because of the sensations and things that we're experiencing during this time of healing, and we allow ourselves to drop in a real low place, and we're thinking the world's horrible and I'm so upset with this person, and you're just thinking worst case scenario of everything. Well, that's what we will be creating, because it's a very powerful time. So if you want to create magical things, we're encouraged to keep that vibration high and be in a state of faithfulness, in a state of optimism, so that those things come in. Now, we do have a total solar eclipse on the 2nd. Ironically, that happens to be when this other energetic wave is coming in. Now, for some of you, you're having things eclipsed out of your life. For some of you, this goes back to the Great American Eclipse that we had on August 21st, 2017. So if some of you look back to when we had that last full solar eclipse, which they do term as the Great American Eclipse, you'll look back and you realize, wow, that, you know, my life really shifted at that time. It really changed. Like I could feel something's gonna happen, and then things did happen. You're gonna have another big shift this go around. But for some of you, there was something that they started to shift, that they were trying to shift, something that they were trying to remove from your life. And that, be it person, thing, situation, that will be eclipsed out of your life for most of you between now and July 10th. Because this release has been like, they're saying like pending, hanging there, hanging in the balance, not being completed since August of 2017. So go on ahead and let those things fall away. Keep your vibrations high. If you have to let something go, let them go. And enjoy the wave, ride the wave. They're saying that by not letting go, you're actually holding yourself back from the blessings abound. So anything that's going to be eclipsed, let it be eclipsed, and make sure you're doing your self-care. Now, group healings. There will be 2 in July. There will be a group healing on Wednesday, July 10th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The call for that one will be at 8 p.m. Then there will be a second one on Tuesday, July 30th at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Now, when you go to my webpage to schedule those, it does show you what time it is in your time zone. These are general group healings. Everyone can join them. And for those of you that are twin flames and or twin souls, there is a spot for you to put your twin's name and information in there, because if you are in fact a true, genuine twin, your twin will be coming in and they will be receiving the healing at the same time. So this is for everyone. So everyone can sign up. Now, the way that it works with these group healings, it is a distance healing. You're not coming to my house. I'm not coming to your house. But it's going to be a powerful healing. So what happens is you'll be at home in a relaxing environment, because a lot of times people will have sensations. They may experience, you know, frequent urination. You might have hot, cold sensations. You might just suddenly become emotional. You might have a Yorkie yapping. Come here, baby. But you'll have these sensations. So you need to be at home so you can just relax and allow those sensations to come up as they come up. Give me 1 second. Get her up here with us. She'll be quiet. Okay. So we begin the group healing session at the scheduled time. I'm not talking to you at that time. I am working on all of you. So you can do whatever you would like. Just be at home in a relaxed environment. You can cook, eat, nap, meditate, read, do house projects, whatever you would like to do. An hour and a half into the healing session, when I'm done working on everyone, there is a Zoom. We have a Zoom conference call, and I send all those details out to you beforehand, so then we all call in at that time. And at that time, I go over everything that, you know, we did. And by we, that'd be me and the divine team, God, Jesus, and the angels that were working on you. So we go over all those details then. And for those of you that are in different time zones, if you are not able to make the call at that time, so maybe you're sleeping, maybe you're on the other side of the world and you're like, okay, Nicole, it's evening for you, but over here it's like 2 in the morning. It's okay. If you're not on the call, I actually record the calls for everyone who participates, and I post it onto an undisclosed YouTube link, and I send everyone the link that was participating, so you can see what occurred and what was taken care of, because even if you're sleeping, you'll still be receiving the healing. You do not have to be awake. And actually, it's a lot of times they'll make people sleepy during the healing sessions because they can get in a little bit deeper with that. So I do have some people that'll just fall asleep during the healing sessions. So there will be a link. You will get the information. There's been a lot of positive feedback about the healing sessions. So, you know, if you're feeling stuck, you're feeling blocked, if you feel like there's this dark energy hanging over you, but you don't know what it is, you don't know how to get rid of it, like the recent healing session we did this week, there were actually some depossessions that had to happen. But if you've just got these things, join us. If you're feeling sick and tired of constantly feeling like dirt every time these energy waves come in, because when these waves come in, it's forcing things that need to be healed to the surface to be healed. So if you are continually feeling horrible and you're like, oh my gosh, when will I just get to the point that I can just feel like, okay, yeah, there's some tense energy, but it's not affecting me? When do I get to that point? Well, if you'd like to speed that up, you can join us for the group healing, and we'll just bring stuff up to the surface faster and be able to help get you some relief quicker. Now, the way they do the group healings, if 50% or more of the participants have something, so say they all have a similar health thing going on, maybe insomnia, reproduction issues, kidneys, whatever it is, it's addressed during the healing session. Every healing session, we align skeletal structure. When I say we, it's me and my divine team. So that's lining your back, your hips, your occipital, all the different bones in your body. We remove implants, attachments, curses, hexes, black magic. We cancel soul contracts that are ready to be concluded and ended. We do inner child healing, cut cords, and then we clear and open your chakras. And then, of course, from there, we go to work on any organs and systems that have been affected by any implants that you had. Again, the healing sessions are a distance. They are $77, July 10th and 30th, and those are live on my webpage now so that you can begin signing up. Now, let me get a sip of water real quick because Archangel Michael wants to talk. Better than New York, he's talking. Okay. So, the tides are now turning, dear ones. You mustn't give up. You must overcome your fears and courageously forge forward into the new unknown horizon before you. This is what you have prayed for. This is what you have longed for. Grab a hold of it. Go for it. It's yours for the taking. Within the past few weeks, you have noticed a surge of energy and excitement beginning to bubble forth within you. This is because you know the time has come. You have finally had the energy and drive to prepare, to make space, to ready yourself for this. Continue allowing this excitement to charge you forward and take the necessary actions. Do not allow fear to creep in and slow your roll. And he has a big grin. A lot of times, every once in a while, he likes to show that he has a sense of humor. He likes to put a little personality into that. Slow your roll. Yes, it is new. Yes, it is uncharted territory. And yet, yes, it is the complete fulfillment of your desires and wishes. Hence, do not falter. Do not allow fears and worries to keep you looking back. They are lying. They are keeping you stuck. Do not allow them to keep you stuck one day longer, for you are destined for greatness. Just as the sunlight peaked with your solstice, you are now peaked, shining brightly and poised for this tremendous change. The switch has flipped. Now your life changes. Now your life becomes all that you've hoped it would become. For many years, you have desired this great love, job, family, security, and complete, utter fulfillment. It is here. The time has come. The switch has flipped. The life you knew, filled with misery, unhappiness, conflict, strife, and difficulties, is no more. That is now behind you. Don't you see? It is behind you. Stop looking at it. Let it go. Allow the sun's joyful rays to beam down on you as you walk forth into your new life. Oh, the many pleasantries awaiting you will surprise and delight you. We have been looking forward to witnessing your joy, your sheer bliss when you see what is in store for you. And it is grand, and far more than you envisioned. Go for it. Trust and go for it. We are assisting We have worked feverishly to time things perfectly and align all for you. Have you not noticed our many signs and blatant synchronicities? That was no mistake. That was your push, your promise, your confirmation, your renewal of hope, your wake-up call, your answer. We have been here the whole time. We have readied everything. We now anxiously await, because the time has come for you to take the necessary action steps towards your blessed future. Alas, we are here if you need our assistance. Just call and we shall immediately be at your side. But you must know and trust that you do have this, that this is your destiny, that you will not fail, that you are guaranteed success. Trust and step forward. It is time. Okay, so excellent. Well, we are going to get ready to get started on your readings. We are doing something a little different this month. It is going to be in elements, but there will be specific messages for each sign. And we are going to be focused on love. Oh, donations. So for the few of you that have been making donations, sorry for your names. I will give you a shout out in the next round of recordings, but thank you so much for your donations. They have been a tremendous help. Those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I had mentioned my CRSC, which is Combat Related Special Compensation, a couple months ago, about how that had been approved, and my CRSC was in fact approved. So it's a special pay that if you get injured in combat because of an instrument of war, there's this extra compensation, which is good. It helps meet the bills, because typically when you're injured by, bullet, or you're blown up, you typically have higher medical costs. Like my medical bills are $1,400 a month. So that comes in very handy. So although it was approved, unfortunately, the way that it is currently calculated, the way that they do that, because my rating is so high, I actually don't receive any compensation from CRSC. So I'm still in the hole about $1,500 a month, less than when I was working. So your donations do come in handy. Oh, they're saying some of you are asking why. What's rating? Okay, so ratings. So you'll have medical issues, conditions is what it's termed, medical conditions, and you get a rating on that. Just your benefits, your compensation, those things are determined by what your rating is. So the more messed up, the more medical problems you have, the higher your rating will be. The less medical problems you have, the lower your rating will be. So like for me, in order for me to receive any CRSC, my rating would have to be like 30%. Well, being blown up, it's much higher than that. So that's why there's no compensation. So that is why those of you that have made donations, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That is a huge help, and I do really appreciate it. You will notice July, there are no open appointments in July for any appointments. I will be squeezing in a few of my current clients, but I'm going to be doing quite a bit of traveling this month. I'm actually getting ready this weekend to be traveling to visit family, and then I'll be in New York. So there's lots of travels going on this month, but stay tuned because there will be open appointments in August. So just keep your eyes open for that. I will open those up at some point in the middle of the month, so you'll be able to schedule for August. Do keep in mind, these are general readings. They may not resonate with you. If they're not, although I pray and prepare, I ask that every one of you receives at least one message. If it's not resonating, go on ahead and listen to your moon or your rising sign, as you might get something from those. If you don't know what your moon or your rising sign is, there's a ton of web pages online that will give you your birth chart for free. So just go and ask Google, get yourself a free birth chart, and check those out. If you want to know what cards we're using, I will list those below. So read the information box below. And for some of you, they want you to know about my tuning forks. So before I started this intro, I prayed, prepared, shuffled all the cards. They had me pull out I have these angel tuning forks, and they had me pull out the 4,225 hertz angel tuning fork, and they had me do this like clearing with it, where I had to use it and use it over all the cards. So for some of you, that may have some meaning and significance, because they want you to know, and feel free to share the information down below in any comments. And without further ado, we are going to get started. Hello, Earth signs. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started, and I've had to restart this twice because I kept yawning and yawning. So I finally got the message that you are all very tired, worn out, drained. Bottom of the deck. Okay, worn out, tired. You are, someone is. So once I finally got that figured out, I finally stopped yawning. So you're tired, you're worn out, you're drained. You don't feel like you can go on anymore, like you can do this any longer. So we'll see as we delve in. Okay, looking at the bottoms of the decks as we work our way through. Okay. Now, let me see here real quick. Okay, so what we have first is we have what your general energy is for July. And then we are going to be breaking down with specific messages for each of you regarding the person. It can be your crush, it can be your love interest, it can be the person that you want, because sometimes we're in a relationship with somebody we don't want to be in a relationship with, but the one that you want. What is it that he or she wants you to know? Okay, and we'll break that down by each sign. Now, your overall energy, you have the thinking man, strategy, and then major arcana, 13, peace, Archangel Azrael, and at the bottom it says release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Now this is a major arcana, which means it is something that's destined, fated, something we don't have control over, something that is happening. Now, in traditional tarot, this is actually the death card. Now, for some of you, this could have something to do with a Scorpio, because the death card is Scorpio's card, but it's a general reading, could be any sign. But it's something fated, something big. This ending, transformation, is being divinely orchestrated. So there is a man, and he is thinking about leaving a situation, a person behind. Now, there are monetary ties to this. The reason for some that he has been delaying leaving this person situation is due to money concerns. So if it's a relationship, it's shared finances, concerns about having a financial loss. It could be a shared business. And again, concern about financial loss. So he's been thinking about how can he remove himself? How can he finally have this, they're saying die and finally be over with, without losing more than necessary financially. And in July, he's doing more than just thinking. He's actually putting the plan in place. And they're saying, and taking the actions to turn the key to free himself. So for some, he has felt as though he's been stuck, trapped, like under lock and key, imprisoned. But he's going to be taking action. In July, he's going to be releasing the old. He is going to be moving toward the new. Because the time has come to leave, like saying, leave the familiar, because he's now open and ready for the new. Let's pull a few clarifiers real quick, see if there's any additional information. Oh, okay. So, wow. Well, Archangel Michael did say a switch is being flipped. one way to a complete opposite way. You have Scythe, Book, and Mountain. Now, Scythe is something that's quick. It's irrevocable. It's going to happen swift, unexpected. You know, you book secrets, mountains, of course, challenges and different things. But it's interesting because the way these cards, there's always an interplay with how they interplay and what order they're in. And when it comes to the Scythe, whatever the tip of the blade is facing, whatever direction it's facing, that is what's going to be cut out swiftly, immediately, unexpectedly removed. And you've got the Book and the Mountain. So secrets will be cut. So it's a couple different things. Currently, it is a secret that he is planning to cut this relationship out and go in a new direction. Because this card is often talking about the other woman. There's this deer by, you know, himself. 10-point buck. So for some, he has felt alone in this relationship. So this relationship that he... Okay, good. So to make life easy on all of us, I just looked at the bottom of the deck to see, okay, what is this? And, you know, what do we have here? So we've got heart, love. So it makes it easy. It's about love. We've got the compass, you know, going in a totally new direction, true north, building a nest, a new beginning, creating something with someone. For many, you see how there's these two? So there is someone that in the past he had overlooked. He did not choose. That's the person that he has been looking at, evaluating, and that is the person that in July, because it's not that he's just looking. In July, he is in fact taking the action because he's come to realize that that person is the one for him. That's his fate. That's his destiny. It's the one he's not with. It's the one he didn't choose. In July, he is taking the action steps. He is going in her direction. You do have somebody with a skirt. But, again, it's a general reading. You can change things accordingly. But the angels are saying it's a man. Keep things easy. We're going to stick with that. So, he is, in fact, leaving one, going in the direction of the one he feels fated with, destined, his true, his meant to be. So it's his twin flame. It's his twin soul. It's his high-level soulmate. And he's moving in their direction, build a nest with them. But that's not known to you. Or if you are the male and listening to this reading, you have not told the person that you're going to be ending things with, nor have you told the person who you're going to be going in their direction. So in July, he has been keeping quiet on his plan to leave and exit this relationship, this commitment. He's kept that quiet. He's kept it quiet that he's leaving to go in the direction of someone else. Now, for some, this is cutting, cutting out the enemy. Okay. So for some, he has found out some information about the woman he has been in a relationship with. And the secret is that he is going to be swiftly, in July, cutting her out. He views her now as the enemy. Which this card can sometimes be the enemy. So it could be he found out she was hiding money, whatever the reason is, but she doesn't know yet. But he views her as the enemy, which is even seen here. We've got the snake, we've got the man, and we've got the clouds. So for some, he's been deceived by this woman, betrayed. It was the woman that he was in love with. He was in love with her, but in July, he's like, oh, he's making a discovery. Okay, no, they're saying June or earlier. He's made a discovery that she's lied to him, she's deceived him, she's tricked him, cheated on him. It's actually, the whole Adam thing, that's, sex and trickery. But anyhow, so find out that, you know, she was cheating, deceiving, lying, but she was the enemy. She bit him. In the past, he's been bitten and deceived by her, but he tried to continue to work it out. But now he's like, no, not doing that any longer. Because in July, he's getting clarity. He's going to conclude his thinking. He's going to have the clarity. Very quickly put his strategy into place and letting it go and moving on. Now, oh, did you guys hear that on my ceiling? So that's good. That's confirmation from the angels that we are in the right direction. That is correct. Okay, so let's see how that plays out for each of your signs. Virgo. Now these cards are, what does the person that you want, it can be your crush, it can be your love interest, but the one you want to be with, what do they want you to know? So you've got, give your relationship a chance. And at the bottom it says work on your partnership. And come here, Miss Lexi. Next card you have is don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. And on the back it says you need some alone time. And you know why. So for some of you, okay, move these for 1 second. Now I wish everyone was listening because I'm going to show you something that would be good for everyone else to see. So this thing's coming to balance, total shift, total change. But this is listening to divine guidance, the inner knowing, and going in the direction in which you're guided to go. Now, and these are the cards from the bottom of the deck. He's being intuitively guided and led to his happiness, to his joy. Now you'll notice there's two women. There's one who's on her own, and there's one whose arms he is in. And when continuing to look at the cards, he's leaving one, going to the other one. Now for some, didn't feel appreciated in the relationship. There was a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of tears. But the time has come for that to change. Now, the reason they're having me explain this is because I was asking them what in the world's going on because your cards didn't make any sense. All the other signs that I have done so far, their cards were very clear. They made a lot of sense. They were in sync with each other. They were in step, but yours are not in step, and neither are Capricorns. They're polar opposites. So it's not like, give a relationship a chance. Oh, I love you, bug. Oh, you make me happy. Come give me a hug. Mwah, hugs and kisses. No, it's polar opposites. It's like, give it a chance and, oh no, you need to be on your own. But the reason they're saying that that is the case, because you don't know yet that they're leaving. Now, because what it's saying is they have been up to this point working on the relationship. What they want you to know is times are about to change, and times are going to be changing in July. They are going to be going from giving the relationship a chance. So they've been working on it. They've been trying. They've been giving it their all. You see how she's kind of like looking away from him and he's looking at her, but she's not really paying attention to him. So he's been giving this relationship his all. He's been working hard. He's been trying to make it work. But in July, he's done. He's breaking free from the relationship. The relationship is ending. But you don't know that yet. Now, for those of you that you're in a happy, lovely, amazing relationship, then this would mean this relationship message is not for you. Those of you that this is your message, the relationship has been on the rocks for a long time. So this is not going to be a surprise, because they're saying it's been cyclical, because again, it comes back to this, you know, kept ongoing, where did I put those? Ongoing deception. Where's that snake card? The relationship has been filled with tons of deception. Now, he has been the one that has been getting deceived. So, again, it's a general reading. To not cause confusion, we're going to stick with what the angels are saying and showing me. But whether you, Virgo, are the male or the male is the one who's been deceived. The male is the one who has not yet told the female that he's no longer giving it a chance. He's done, and he's leaving the relationship. In July, he is going to share that information. Which, Capricorns, is the same thing for you. Now, I'm going to briefly touch on what I was just showing Virgo, but since it's going to be fast, if you want to go listen to the Virgo, where are those cards? Okay, if you want to go listen to the Virgo, I was looking at the bottom of the cards because I looked at Virgo's cards and your cards. These cards down here are, you know, this person that you want, the person you're crushing on, your love interest. What is it that they want you to know? I was looking at Virgo's cards. I was looking at your cards. I'm like, these don't make any sense. They're like polar opposite. And I was kind of dumbfounded because all the other signs, the messages were in sync. But what the angels were saying, what the cards were showing me, it's like total polar opposite. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So what they were saying is, okay, yeah, your relationship. Okay, they're saying your relationship is like this one too. Been deceived, deception. So again, do keep in mind it's a general reading. Could be swapped. To keep things clear and easy, definitely the male is consistent. And the angels keep saying the male. So the male in this situation was deceived. He was lied to. He was tricked. He is the one who has kept it a secret that he is jetting in a new direction. He is bringing his life into balance. He is headed into the direction of a divine love. So these cards at the bottom of the deck, outcome, he's moving toward true love, a completely new direction. He is moving out of this relationship. He's going to be building a nest with someone new. And again, it is someone he knows from the past who he had overlooked and had not chosen in the past. He had chosen you. Well, now he's going on his divine path. So he is heading toward his twin flame. He is heading toward his twin soul. That is the direction in which he is going. Now, when looking at these cards on the bottom of the deck, you've got this appreciation card. You've got the caring connections card. You've got this guy listening to his intuition. Third eye is all lit up. One person has made him not feel appreciated, not wanted, not valued. That's the relationship that's over. He's moving in the direction with someone else that is going to bring him the happiness, the joy, the fulfillment that he seeks, because the time has come. Which is interesting because it's totally in alignment with what Archangel Michael was saying. It's going from one thing to another, going from one relationship to another, one way of life to totally something completely different. And in this situation, that is what he is doing. Now, what he would like you to know because this is the message coming from the Divine Masculine. You've got this card, this could be the one at the bottom. It says, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. And then you've got Rebel. And you got, because, F it. So, what he's wanting you to know, that in the past, he thought you were the one. In the past, he was putting a lot of effort forth. He kept trying. Now, if you notice this card, she's not leaning in. He's all leaned in. He's bowing forward in reverence, like, oh, I am here for you, baby. I'm going to do things for you. I am all in. But she's not really all in. Look at her body language. She's not clasping his hands. She's not leaning in for an embrace.
She's standoffish. She's leaning back. She's got her hand on the chair behind her. She's kind of like looking at him like, I don't really know if I want you. I don't really know if I want this. He's been smitten. They're saying over the years, he's been smitten. He's been in love. He thought you were the one, but he's been deceived, tricked one too many times. But now he has the clarity. For some, he stayed in this relationship because he felt obligated. You know, they are in a library, so it was a tradition. He felt it was an expectation. Felt obligated to stay in this relationship. Responsible. But he no longer feels that. He's going against the tradition. So it's almost been like a long-standing tradition, like, oh, well, you know, we've been together since we were, you know, in our teens, in our early 20s. You know, we got to stay together because that's expected. Now, the interesting thing, when I was shuffling cards, and we're looking at the bottoms of the deck, this relationship, so for those of you to know, those of you that are in a happy relationship, this is not you. This is a relationship that's been cyclical, with going in separate directions and then coming back together. Going in separate directions, coming back together. This is not a twin flame. This is not a twin soul. This would be what's a karmic relationship. This would be the person you were simply to learn a lesson from to move forward. So I do know that there are some Capricorns out there that are true twin flames. These are not your messages. You would want to listen to your moon or your rising sign. This is for a karmic cycle that's been going round and round and round for years that is to end. And what he's wanting you to know this month is that this is the month that he goes from giving it his all, putting all the effort forth, while having her, she's not putting the effort forth. She's just, limp wristing in, like, I got, oh, and did you hear the clink on the ceiling? Yes, we're okay. Because sometimes I wonder, am I on the right path? Am I going down the right path? Okay, we are on the right path. She's not been all in. She's liked her finery. She's liked her jewels, her nice dress, like being a kept woman, taken care of financially, having somebody that's always there for her. She's like, jump. He's like, how high, baby? She's like that, but she's not in love. She's not in love. She doesn't want it. He's not in it. So this is the month where he's saying, I'm no longer trying. I'm no longer putting the effort forth. I'm no longer going to be in a relationship with someone that does not love me. That's not in it for the right reasons. I'm not putting effort forth anymore. I no longer believe that this is the right relationship. For some, that karmic, that curse, that hex, the black magic, all that stuff has been cleared away. Because, you know, I mentioned in the opener, there was this powerful, so for a number of you, they're saying twin flames. This guy is heading toward the direction of his twin flame. So for a number of you, you may very well be the masculine who's listening to this. You may, Capricorn, may be the masculine is listening to this. You are heading in the direction of your twin flame because these things that have kept you stuck have finally been removed. That big portal way I was talking about that was pivotal for twin flames that we hit around the solstice has finally freed you from those things. And now you see the truth. Now you see how things are. And that's why in July you're like, deuces, I got to go. I'm not putting up with this anymore. I want the relationship that's amazing. I want the one who is the one. And even that one, she's not even looking at him. I want someone who's focused on me, who wants to be with me, who is all in. By golly, that's what I'm going after. So in July, you're rebelling, you're leaving, you're out. Okay. So, Taurus. Oh, thankfully yours is not as, we'll say, challenging, confusing as Virgo and Capricorn. This is what your person wants you to know. The person that you're crushing on, you're loving on, the person you want. You have make the effort at the bottom. It says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And then you've got stuff's going down with your job.
reevaluate, change your perspective, or quit. And then you've got ask an expert. And on the back, don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a professional. So, oh my gosh, yours is easy, Taurus. Holy moly. It was really heavy. I got to say, it was really heavy with Virgo and Capricorn. Really heavy. Archangel Michael was not joking when he said people are leaving a person, going to another one. People are leaving a situation, going to another one. But yours is easy. They would like you to make the effort in your relationship. They would like you to stop focusing all your time, your effort in your job. They would like you to put some of that effort into them, into the relationship. And they would also like you to stop listening to the, we'll say, misguided recommendations from your family or friends. So for some of you, this person, because again, this for all earth signs, fire signs, so maybe the person's a fire sign, but for all earth signs, this is about love with someone new, total new direction, building a nest with someone that you overlooked. So whoever he overlooked and did not choose in the past, he's now going in her direction to build something with her. So, Taurus, you're the guy. You're him. You didn't choose her before. You chose someone else. For some of you, you chose someone else because your family, your friends, steered you away from her. Filled your head with lies, with misinformation, that made you choose the wrong one. So, what they would like you to know is that they want you to give it a chance, give it a shot. Don't listen to your family. Don't listen to your friends. Don't listen to your fears and worries. And stop being married to your job. Because for a number of you, when you were dating her, when you were in a relationship with her, well, many of you, it wasn't a committed relationship, but you were repeatedly choosing work over her. Oh, I gotta work. Oh, I gotta work. Oh, I can't see you this weekend because I work. Oh, I can't call you because I gotta work. No one works 18 hours a day. And yet that was always your excuse to not call. That was your excuse not to talk. That was your excuse not to see her. So in order for this to work, and it will work, requires some effort. So I hope that helps everyone. Wishing you a lot of love, joy, and blessings.